Danny Wiseman in 2 victories has a total of 18 strikes, 217 and a 218, and now moves in against Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Chris Finefield here this week, 42 games at the Greater Baltimore Open. Size of the field, 160. You can see 218 to make the top 24. And some of our finishers. Jason Couch, he'll be in Danbury, Connecticut tomorrow for charity. Justin Romick, tough as usual. Jim Johnson went ahead of Bob Learn Jr. in the all-time 300 race with his 53rd. Curtis Odom up there. Rockin' Ryan Schaefer, hometown favorite. Bob Learn Jr., leading money winner. The Big D, 22nd. The Cat, Harry Sullins, says hi to his girlfriend. And Robbie Callahan round out the top 24.
4 more telecasts remaining for us at ABC Sports. Our next 2 stops, Greater Hartford Open, Windsor Locks, Connecticut. That's next Saturday at a different time, 2:30 start. Then, 2 weeks from today, the National Championship in Toledo Arena Bowling, starting back at our usual 3 Eastern. A week after that, another Arena Bowling, Taylor, Michigan. So, get your tickets for those events and come see us and enjoy the bowling up close and personal. Here we go. Heavy hitters now moving in. Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Deadeye has averaged 247 on this championship pair throughout the week. The best average among the 5.
Walter Ray. That's the way he usually introduces himself when he steps on the approaches.
He is determined. He does have a different demeanor out there than many of the other players in the world.
Tried to answer back, but left it 2.
Well, the right-hand lane, lane 26, has been the key lane. It has had most of the opens today and has been confusing for especially Danny. If he's had any trouble at all, it's been on the right-hand lane. 25 is the lane that they like the best. Just a little bit different oil pattern on 26 than 25. They're getting what they call overreaction, too much hook and too much slide. Every lane on the PBA Tour is not oiled identically the same. We do have a variety. When you're crossing lanes on the PBA Tour, you might have to play the 3rd arrow on one lane, the 2nd arrow on the next, change speeds and so forth. So Wiseman, who has been out here for 2 games, is zeroed on this left-hand lane. A little adjustment on 26, he can give Walter Ray a real tussle.
Oh.
That's a pretty good shot.
What he needs right here is a very tough split. Needs to get the ball between the 3 and the 10 and hit the 3 solid enough to take out the 9, the ball take out the 10. A tough, tough shot.
If you just joined us, we're in our semifinal match here at the Greater Baltimore Open. Country Club Lanes. Danny Wiseman has won 2 matches over John Gant and over Eric Forkel.
Good attempt. He needed a little deflection off the 9 into the 10. 1/8 of an inch or so is the difference between a spare and an open.
Scout. A double for Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Well, the key to Deadeye's game is his arm and leg acceleration. He does not back off the ball from the pivot step through the slide. And that way you really don't choke him off. You're going to do anything, you're going to throw the ball a little harder under pressure, and that's better than softening up. Watch how he drives through the shot, going for 3 in a row.
One more. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. That's a 3-bagger here in the semifinal game. A spare and an open for Walter Ray's opponent, Danny Wiseman. Here's Danny, deep breath. Good procedure.
thank you.
All right. Danny's first strike coming in the third. You move over to the left now.
Can't let Walter Ray Williams Jr. get too far ahead of you. Danny trails by 34 through just 3 frames. Needs this strike in the 4th.
Oh, what is that? What's going on with this lane?
Good
All of a
question.
sudden it just starts.
Well, here we
hooking.
talked about it earlier, Chris. When you have the strips on the lane, it favors the player that throws the straighter shot. And here's what happened: is he goes high, he leaves the 4-10, needs to get the ball over here to the left of the 4-pin and slide it over into the 10. But the straighter shot is more forgivable. Walter Ray on that same shot may have had a strike or just a 4-pin. Danny hooking it a little too much right now.
Well, Danny, it's his second open frame, 54 through 4th. 3 in a row for Walter Ray.